And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Esports WardiTV. We are done with the Esports World Cup qualifiers for the most part. The EWC qualifiers we spent the last week, and even more than that, I guess, with just how many broadcasts we were hosting, we were having throughout the past week of play. But for now, we are done. I say for now because, yes, there is still the global qualifier on the horizon, but the regionals have concluded. And now it is time to go back to our regular scheduled programming. It's back to jump into the WardiTV Monday, the beginning of our weekly tournament broadcasts, including WardiTV Monday, including Pixel Monday, Sparkling Tuna Cups as well, and many, many other tournaments. So it's great to be here, great to be back. I was able to sleep. I was able to actually get more than 4 hours sleep today. It was crazy. I slept like a nice 7 hours. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Well, welcome everyone. Of course, I'm your host Live VIP. With you, I'm joined by these amazing players and by the people in chat and by the plushies as well. Welcome one and all to the WardiTV Monday number 38. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. The bracket is live, the bracket is stacked, the bracket is looking quite intense, a little bit smaller than what we're used to. Looking at the bracket itself, it looks like we're missing a lot of the Europeans. Would it make sense because of travel, of course. Right after EWC, what do we have? Stara Zagora. Stara Zagora is in a couple of days, less than a week's time in Stara Zagora, so a bunch of players are traveling, a bunch of players are going to be competing, of course, at Stara Zagora, and they'll be heading over there as we speak. I think we did get notified that Clem did arrive at Bulgaria not too long ago as well. So again, players are in the midst of traveling, and best of luck to all said players at Stara Zagora. Let's go. Casting machine, nice of you casting. Yeah, of course, always, Pappy, always. Whether it's the ESL Pro Tour, whether it's the EPT, whether it's EWC, whether it's DreamHack, whether it's GSL, we cast everything, Pappy, we cast everything. Speaking of, our schedule this week is going to be as busy as ever. As always, we do always typically cast at least once a day, typically 2 times a day. This week we do have 2 evenings off, thankfully. We do have a couple of afternoons off. That will help things out. But here we go. We are jumping into our first series of the broadcast. We're jumping into our PvZ and Morning. In the top right hand corner of Ultra Love, we have our South Green Protoss player. We have our Red Protoss representing Alcadia Esports. It is a creator. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player from the land of the UK representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Eva. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamma time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we are jumping into our into our initial best of 3 of the broadcast. Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. Is he playing random? He is playing Zerg. He's playing Zerg. He has competed as random in recent times, actually, and as Protoss and as Terran, of course, as well. But he's playing Zerg. I will notify. Is reigning as Zerg here. Here we go. So far, we are going to be settling in. Again, Gamma time is now, so place your bets while you can on who you think will claim the series. Whew. And again, it has been an intense week period in StarCraft here, and now the intensity continues. The intensity does continue here. I mean, again, Creator is going to be one of the heavy hitters to make a deep run in this tournament. Eva as well. Again, we'll be going over the entire bracket after this series. For now, standard openers, hatch, gas, pool. Welcome one to Ultra Love. Ultra Love is one of the smaller maps in map pool, known for more aggressive and more all-in styles. And I would not be surprised if Eva does go for an attempted all-in. Again, Eva, he has been quite vocal when it comes to his disdain of the ZVP matchup, and when it comes to late game ZVP and late Sky Toss there, for sure. So we'll see how Eva does approach this. We'll see if he's inspired. Of course, as of late, Eva has been adjusting his ZVT and was shin-pilled after DreamHack, of course, and has been having a bit of a fun time with his Zerg versus Terran matchup. Zerg versus Protoss, unfortunately, there was not much ZVP from Shin at DreamHack Dallas, so a little bit less so here, but we'll see. We'll see if he has been cooking something up a little bit differently, or if he does go for some more standard play instead. For now, Stargate. But now Stargate opener out of Creator. does open up Stargate. Creator, he is one to mix in Glaive Adepts, 100%. He's one to mix in Glaive Adepts builds and Glaive Adept play and Glaive Adept aggression. Does enjoy mixing in every now and then, but for now is going to be opening up Standard. Of course, this should lead into a third base. From here, we can get into our tech of choice, either Blink or potentially Glaives as well, depending on the timing of the Forge, of course. So we'll keep an eye on Creator. Behind this, Eva, third. Going for his third, still droning, still saturating. It's going to be on Eva to keep up with the Adepts, to keep up with the Oracle, and to make sure he doesn't lose too many workers. Here we go. Eva should still be in school. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. He's found a PC at a library and he's able to play at school. Aye aye aye. So we are building up. Do have our Oracle on the way. Yeah, I still remember a couple of years ago when Oreo he actually competed in a Grand Platypus Open one week from his university library. Like he took his little laptop, he connected to the library like Wi-Fi, and he played in a Grand Platypus Open using library Wi-Fi internet. Let's go, let's go. Not quite school, but university. Yeah, it's close enough, close enough. Good times, good times. I remember he sent us a photo of like his setup. I think he was using one of the books nearby as a mouse pad. I think. God damn it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you game. Let's see, we go. As Creator does move out, he's got his double Adept, he's got his initial 4 Adepts as well. Sorry, double Oracle, and he's got his initial 4 Adepts, making his way towards that natural. And again, it's going to be up to Eve to keep up with the aggression. So far, the Queens are distracted by the Oracles. Adepts, they do shade into the natural base. Ooh, boys pulled for a moment there. 2 drones going to be going down. Did I say 2? The Lings are going to be falling, getting up to 3 drone kills, and can he get any more? So far, good reaction out of Eva. He does pull away, does save his workers. With the Oracles, they get another drone in the main base. 5 workers go down. Adepts, they do shade away. And so far, very efficient trades by Creator. And no support at the third base. Queen's out of position. More drones going to be going down. Adepts, they're looking to come back in. He's not done. Not done, not yet, but at last, the Adepts, they do shade back. Now, what is most scary about what just happened, I believe only 1 Adept? No. 0 units lost here. Typically, after you get across the map, after you get damage done, you lose the Adepts, and then Lings can counterattack, but the Adepts are still alive, and they don't really scale well into a longer game, but they do an amazing job here at defending against the Ling counterattack. So all these Lings that were made, most of them could have been drones. They could have been drones that typically they're used to deflect and then used to counterattack, but they just cannot. And Creator's not done. Creator, he's not done. He's going to keep on pushing. He's got his double, soon triple Adept behind this as well. He can keep trading, and then he's working towards that next step. Blink, +1. Temple Archives on the way as well, working towards Charge, working towards Storm. So then Creator still pushing forward. And eBay, he is in trouble here. Has been taking a lot of losses. Lings, they do bait out the stasis. Nicely done. Baits out the stasis. +1 melee. Tells us that eBay is going into Ling Hydra. Larry's on the way. Working towards those Hydras. Again, it's still an Eva to re-drone, to resaturate. Currently down in workers, down in economy. And Creator, he's still not subbing. He's been very aggressive this game. Just has not been slowing down. Alas, Eva trying to engage. Stays trapped behind this. Eva, he does have enough Lings. Ooh, Stasis goes off. This does go off. Stalkers, they're coming to reinforce. Blink is just now finishing up. +1 is on the horizon. Eva is taking. We have the Hydrogen on the way. We have the Station Mid on the way as well. And Eva, he does get a surround. It takes down the Adepts. Ooh, takes down the Adepts. Does focus on one of the Oracles. Nice control. Nice target prime, forces the recall, and takes down 3 more Stalkers. Very nicely done. And Eva holds. Eva does hold on. Again, took down an Oracle in the process as well. Nice defense, and what's important, he was teching. What's important, Hive is on the way. Hydra production has begun, and Hydra upgrades are also in production as well. Also, he does hold on. What is lacking here for Eba is the drone count. The drone count is still lackluster, so he does have to re-drone, does have to saturate. That's still in the way. But so far, so good. So far, so good. As he's droning as best he can. There we go. 10 more drones on the way. Behind this, a Creator working towards, as I mentioned before, Charge and Storm. And Creator should be hitting a timing with Storm. Like right now, Eba is still vulnerable. He has Ling Hydra. There's no Banelings. There's no Lurker Den. Not yet. Speaking of, there should be a Lurker Den by now. That's my big concern here. Typically, ideally, you want the Hive lined up with the Lurker Den to finish up at the same time to start your Lurker upgrades as quickly as possible. But there's no Lurkers here. So this is either a misstep, a mistake, or we're taking in a different direction. We'll see. Meanwhile, Skytoss. Skytoss out of Creator. Going for the Flea Beacon, going for the Stargate. Ooh, Stasis goes up. Surrounds one Zealot. And Eba, he is massing up Ling Hydra. Hive is now complete. And again, what are we doing with said Hive? What are we doing there? That's it. Now, we have the answer. I was like, it's either we forgot or we're doing something else. We did forget. Double Lurker Den tells us that Eba was forgotten, and now he's going to try to get 2 upgrades at once to catch up. Oh boy. So yeah, this is going to be a late Lurker. Like right now, Lurkers should be morphing in. Lurkers, they should be morphing in right now at this point, and we should be getting ready to push into apply pressure. Right now, this is a big delay on Lurkers, so Eba's going to be vulnerable. Now, thankfully, I mean, a couple of different things here. One, Eba is vulnerable to any kind of storm-based push, and Creator has that, but because Creator's taking it to Skytoss, I don't think he's going to move out without Skytoss. Like, he's still building up his forces. So on the one hand, this tells me that Eba might have a little bit of extra time and a little bit of extra wiggle room, but the downside is that this also means that the Lurker timing is going to be weaker, because now he's already up against Skytoss. Like Creator, it feels like he's one step ahead here. And on the one hand, Eba, he won't die, thankfully. He won't die for not having the Lurkers, but at the same time, he also won't be able to hit that timing that he was otherwise looking for. And in the long run, that's going to kill him. Oh, nice catch. Very nice catch. As these catches builds up, we will need that Spire. Like, Hydra Lurker is good, but against Skytoss, against the Tempests that are amassing, we will need that Spire. We'll need those Corruptors to compensate, though. Okay, we have some Drop Lords on the way. We can attempt to go for a drop into the main. Right now, Eba, he has to get damage done. Otherwise, he's just going to be outscaled. Otherwise, there's going to be no answer to the Protoss army. More Lurkers on the way. Lings, they attempt to surround. Ooh, they attempt to run by, I should say. Storm does punish. Here comes the Lurker drop. Ooh, it does get spotted by the Zealots. Yeah, Creator is aware. And with that, cannons in the main. Oh, sorry, Dark Shrine in the main. My apologies. Drops moving in. Lings, they collapse on the High Templar. They don't get the High Templar. Templar do survive. Lurkers trying to sneak on past that mothership. Lurkers worse than natural. The main base Lurkers are spotted. They will be dealt with. There's that Revelation. Meanwhile, Lurkers behind the mineral line. Lings, they collapse on the High Templar. And they, once again, they get one. Okay, they do get one. One Templar goes down. The Lurkers are pushing the right-hand side. And damage is being done. But is it enough? For the most part, Creator is holding. Yeah, he's holding on. Ooh, brutal Storm on the Hydras. Tempests, they hold the line. Lings trying to move in, but our last Creator, he is holding on. He defends in all 3 locations. We'll bleed at 9 probes, but only 9. Oh, losing up to 11, 12. Okay. Breaks the base. Eba finding damage. And what I would love here at this point is a Spire. like this is the time. Like, we're getting damage done, but forcing back the army. The Tempest count is getting very high, and where is the Spire, Pappy? Or at least Vibrance, right? Like, okay. My apologies. Spire's done. Corruptor production has now begun. Let's go. Spire did complete here at the natural. He's ready. Or he's getting ready. as he needs time for those corruptors. Lurkers into natural. Oh, Prism goes down. Oh, Hydras, they're getting caught out. Who catches who? Oh, the Hydra, yeah, they're getting caught. Oh, that's a lot of Hydras bleeding out here. They're going to be forced back. How many lurkers are left? 8. It's an okay lurker count. As we drop back into the bases, 15 probe kills, not bad. Gets 15 workers, 10 more corruptors on the way. We need more corruptors. But now getting up to 16. Okay, gonna be solid. Solid corruptor count. 4 more lurkers. Things that's into the bases, they force a recall. Robo's gonna be targeted down. And Eba, he will not get the Robo. But does force the army back. The main army gonna be that much weaker. Gets a Tempest, let's go. Tempest goes down. Eba pushing in. Does set up. And will snipe the expansion once again. And takes down the 5th. Very nice. Does take down the 5th base. The other thing that concerns me here is lack of spellcasters. Whether it's Vipers, whether it's Infestors, they both have their place, of course, in this game. But there are none. This is more of a brute force composition that's designed to like dive and engage and trade. And we'll see if we can pull this off. Eba, he does come across his Zella Runby. Eba, he just checks. He's looking for the 4th base or the 5th base. He does find it. Eba is aware. Oh, likewise moves in. Please have Narcon. Lurker, I mean. Lurker goes down. Storms here on the Corruptors. Yeah, the storms are brutal. Decent spread. Mothership goes down, but that's a lot of Corruptors falling. Yeah, there's not a fight to take. Oh, every Corruptor goes down. That was a brutal trade. That was how many? 23 Corruptors falling in total. That was not worth it. Eba, he traded and he got just the Mothership. The Tempest all survived. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, this was not it. And that was expensive. Eba, he has no gas. The Corruptor-based army is so gas intensive. And Eba, he's broke. He's out of money. He's lacking 80 workers. Creator, he moves out. 10 more Corruptors on the way. Eba, he has to respond. Like, up until that point, like, things were looking good. Things were looking solid for Eba, but... he got too excited, man. He got too excited. Takes down the 5th base. Eba trying to get in position. He's up against how many? 10 Tempest. 10 Tempest, man. Oh, God. And the Tempest are just going to bully everything. Catch an Immortal. Nice pick up. Creator still doesn't have an expansion, but Creator still has he's maxed and he has a bank. Like, more so than Eba is the problem. It's like, hey, it's cool, he doesn't have a 5th base. He doesn't need a 5th base. That's the reality here. Doesn't need a 5th. He's fine. Storm's going up. A nice dive on the high tempo, but there's still 2 more tempo left over. Brutal storm of the Corruptors. Oh, God, and he does stand in it. Yeah, he commits to the fight, and with that, Creator, he will take it. GG gets called. Creator, he will overwhelm, and Creator takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. With that, Creator does take a lead in the series. Again, Eba, I was very impressed. He was playing really well when it came to, I mean, just even despite having kind of a lackluster lurker timing, he was playing really well when it came to pulling a Creator apart, denying the 5th base over and over again, and getting some damage done. It was never any critical damage, but damage nonetheless, and he was able to get some breathing room, tech up into Corruptors. Things were going well there, but did commit into a really rough fight. I think Eba maybe saw an opportunity that wasn't quite there. Maybe he thought that he could maybe break through and maybe break through the and sorry, I should say snipe the mothership a little bit faster and maybe pull out. And then the mothership didn't die, so he just committed. And then by the time he killed it, he lost everything. He lost every corruptor. It was brutal. It was just a brutal trade. And with that, GG. GG, well played. And with that, we are getting into game number 2. Here we go. He needed infestors. As we mentioned, like at that stage, it did not matter. We're referring to earlier when he overextended. When he overextended, that's when the economic issue actually came up, because he did have a bank behind it, but because it took such a rough fight, it meant that he had to spend that bank instead of being able to utilize that to refine his army and to continue in the game. Like, he was accumulating, but he was forced to spend it, right? And here we go. We're now getting into our next game and getting into, or following our series, getting into game 2. And spawning in the bottom hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss, representing Al-Qadzia Esports, leading the series 1-0. It is a Creator. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Blue Zerg player from the land of the UK, representing the Platinum Heroes down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. It is Eva. Let's go. So settling into game 2. Welcome to Incorporeal. Incorporeal is a much larger map in the map pool. So with that, we're going to have a little bit more breathing room here when it comes to attack timing or timing attacks. Timing attacks are going to be a little bit weaker here on this map. You have a little bit more time to scout, a little bit more time to react as well. And I do favor that here for Eba in the sense that he's going to have more breathing room to be able to, go for run-bys, go for counterattacks, be active on the map. Assuming he goes for a similar style. Assuming. Here we go. I think Eva and GG Machines are the only GM players under 18 that I know about. I think it's been long enough. I think Yen is 18 now. I remember he was 15 in around 2021, maybe 2022. I think it's close. I think he might have turned 18 this year. Yen might have turned 18. Either this year or last year. Just crazy. This year or last year. Who else? Who else are we thinking of? How old is Mini Zerg? That I don't know. That I'm not too sure. Yeah, those are the only that come to mind. Oh, the kids. Shameless turned 18 3 weeks ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. He's an old man now. Aye. Yeah, how does Starduck now? No shot. I remember when he was in high school. He must be like 20 now. Jesus. No shot. Settling in. For now, there's Saga Opener here out of Creator. Once again, poking in. So if I even position. Last game we saw the Creator was doing really well early on when it came to his Adept Harass, when it came to his Oracle Harass alongside it. So we'll see if Eva can keep up a little bit better this time as Adepts are moving out. Sonic is like 30 now. No. Not like this. What does Papi mean? Papi's like mate or bro, I guess. I think that's maybe the best English comparison, because when you say bro in English, you don't mean that like they're actually like your brother and related to you. It's like a term that you call someone, like a friend or someone close to you. Like hyung in Korean, which is like older brother, or aniki in Japanese, right? I guess. Oh my god, as we are out of position. As we are out of position, no queens, no lings, and 4 drones going to be going down. Ay, ay, ay. From here. Okay, just pull away. Fun fact, from my understanding in Spanish, to call someone that isn't related to call someone your brother that isn't related to is considered weird. I do know that. So different, you know, different languages, different cultures, different phrasing or phrases mean different things. As the Oracles, no, are we in the pool? No shot. As we're committing here into the spawning point, it almost does go down. The spore does reposition. With that, creators does take advantage. 3, 4, 5 more drone kills. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Calm down. As that's 10 in total. Yeah, 10 drones go down in total. 6 to the Oracles, 4 to the Adepts. Very nice damage here from Creator. Did lose one of the Oracles, but so far he's done well for himself. That does deal quite a bit. Is there a point to 3 oracles? Oh, I see now. The real question is, why not 4 oracles? Why not? But when it comes to the oracles and why you would want to open up 3 is typically you wouldn't even necessarily harass with all 3 of them, but you'd have 1 at home to defend against Ling Rumbites, right? Ooh, as the Hydras have a mass, first oracle does go down. Winding it back when it comes to the game itself here, we do have our 4th base on the way. Iba, he's joined up to 3-way saturation, and Iba, he's not joining up his 4th. Not yet. So it's going to be cutting workers for now, hyper fixated on purely Ling Hydra. Because of all of the early game damage, it would make sense for Iba to go for a 3-base all-in. This would make sense as so far as still no saturation, did get +1 in range, still making purely Ling Hydra and nothing but Ling Hydra. Last game, by now, he was already taking up into an infestation pit, in towards Hive Tech, in towards Lurker Tech. Here, it's an all-in. Here, 3-base all-in out of Iba, no drones whatsoever, he does commit. Across the map. The armies, they pass by each other. They do pass by. This 4th base is going to go down. Creator, I mean, he can always recall, so we can commit a little bit further. And keep pushing. Iba, he split up his army. He has half to defend, the other half to attack. Black guy's pushing in towards the 3rd base. Creator still moving through. Going for the warp in. Prism into the main. Lings, they will defend. Likewise, there's that recall back home. 14 probe kills. Iba pulls away. He does pull away. He defends back at home. And Iba, he holds on. He holds on to his bases. He deals damage across the map. Iba in a better position here. And bearing in mind, Iba, he has not been droning. He's still not droning. So Iba is still all in, by the way. Iba, he defends. He gets damage done. And ideally, Iba, he does want to fight. He does want to take a fight out in the center of the map. Oh, the Prism. Oh, Prism goes down. Brutal Storms. Yeah, Storms. Oh my god, the Storms on the Hydras. Hydras have to back off, but more Hydras coming in. And again, Iba, he has not drawn in quite some time. He's still committed. But without any link support, this is brutal. Yeah, without link support, the Hydras, they just melt. They go down instantly. They cannot fight head-on lock like this. Not like this. Where the Zerglings happy is with that. Yeah, Creator, he just shuts down the army. He completely shuts it down. Zerglings now coming in. But again, without them to tank, the Hydras are just so fragile. So very fragile. And with that, Creator, he will take the fights. eBay, he's losing a lot of momentum. eBay does reinforce. Does reinforce. Does move out. Oh my god. Storms do connect. Yeah, GG gets caught. GG gets caught. Again, anyway, he had no follow-up. He had no transition out of this. He was completely all in, and the fights just went too poorly. GG Creator. He will take the series 2-0. GG, well played. Despite that, Eba, he had some really good moments in both Game 1 and Game 2. Like, Game 1, again, I was very impressed with Eba's counterattacks, with his ability to pull Creator apart. Just some rough fights in Game 1. Here in Game 2, likewise, I was really impressed with counterattacks, with his ability to keep up with aggression, with the Warp Prism, with the move out. But once again, the fights did go a little bit too poorly there, unfortunately. When it came to here in Game 2, pure Hydra, as you saw, especially against Charger Archon Storm, pure Hydra, you can be up 20, 30, 40, 50 army supply, and you will still lose those fights, or it's still quite difficult to really make them work, just because of, again, as we mentioned, Hydras are glass cannon. You ideally need support for those Hydras to tank those shots, and not even for that long. That's the reason why, like, Lings compare quite well with Hydras. Hydras have a lot of DPS, like, they have a really high rate of fire, a really high damage output, so even a couple of seconds can make the world of difference here for Lings to buffer and for Hydras to collapse in and focus on Archons and focus on High Templar. But with that, GG. With that, GG, well played. Creator, he will claim the series, and we are heading over to the Korean server as we are following Creator into the next round. GG. Exclamation mark, be in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves. Let us catch up together on what's going to be going on.